What's up, dreamers, and welcome to another episode of Helpful Dreams. If you haven't been here before, this is where we gather all the most life-changing concepts of all time into one place where we can discuss it and analyze it and break it down into simplified terms that's easy to implement into our own lives. Today, we're going to be looking at the essential steps that we can take to form a strong personal philosophy that will take us from point A to point B in life and ultimately lead us to success. Before diving into the actual steps that we can take and the questions we can ask ourselves to form a sound philosophy, we're going to be diving into Jim Rohn's speech right now.
Philosophy, as I taught the last time I was here, philosophy, in my personal opinion, is the major determining factor in how your life works out. Philosophy, the major determining factor in how your life works out. Philosophy. To form our philosophy, you got to think. You got to use your mind. You got to process ideas. And this whole process over a lifetime, starting way back here when we were children, schools that we've attended, our parents, our experiences, all this stuff that we've processed by the thinking process helps to develop our philosophy. And in my opinion, each person's personal philosophy is the major factor in how your life works out. Here's what I called it in that last presentation when I was here. It's called the set of the sail. Each person's personal philosophy is like the set of the sail. Now, I used to think it was circumstances that ordered my life. If someone would have asked me at age 25, Mr. Rohn, how come you're not doing well? Pennies in your pocket, creditors calling, nothing in the bank, behind on your promises to your family, you live in America, 25 years old, got a beautiful family, every reason to do well, and things are not going that well for you. What is wrong here? It would not have occurred to me to blame my philosophy. I mean, it would not have occurred to me. Saying, well, I got this lousy philosophy, and that's how come I got pennies in my pocket and nothing in the bank, and things aren't working well. That would not have occurred to me. I found it much easier to blame the government. Much easier to blame the tax problem. I used to say taxes are too high. Top tax rate when I first started paying taxes, 91%. Back then, when your income reached a certain level, all your income over that, 91%. So I used to say that's too high. Now the top tax rate's about 33%. But people are still saying what? Taxes are too. See, but you can't use that anymore. If it's gone from 91 to 33, how could it be too high? Come on. I threw all that old excuse stuff away. Some people found it, though, and they're using it these days. My old list. I used to blame the traffic, the weather, used to blame circumstances, right? People say I'm too tall, I'm too short, I'm too old, I was raised in obscurity, raised on a farm, parents of modest means, all the stuff. If you were to ask me, how come you find yourself here, Mr. Rohn, age 25, living in America, land of abundance and opportunity, pennies, zero in the bank, not doing well, creditors calling, it would not have occurred to me to blame my philosophy. I found it easier to blame the company policy. I used to say, if this is all they pay, how do they expect you to do well? So I figured that, my future was going to be tied to what everybody else was arranging, the economy and right? Interest rates. I used to say things cost too much. That was my whole explanation, not my philosophy, until my teacher taught me better that this is where the problem was, my own personal philosophy. Here's what's exciting about each person's personal philosophy. That's what makes us different than dogs and animals and birds and cats and spiders and alligators. That's what makes us different than all other life forms. The ability to think, the ability to use your mind, the ability to process ideas, and not just operate by instinct. In the winter, I'm telling you, the goose can only fly south. What if south doesn't look too good? Tough luck. It can only fly south. But see, human beings are not like a goose, can only fly south. I mean, you can turn around, go north, you can go east, you can go west, you can order the entire process of your own life. And we do that by the way we think. We do that by exercising our mind. We do that by processing ideas and come up with a better philosophy, a better strategy for our life, goals for the future, Okay? Plans to achieve those goals. All this comes from developing our philosophy. Philosophy helps us to process what's available. Well, when we get here, we got seed, and we got soil, and we got some rain, and we've got some what? Sunshine, and we've got some seasons, and what? The miracle of life. Now, the key is, what do you do with all this stuff? How do you turn all this stuff that's available here into equity and promise and lifestyle and dreams and future possibilities? All of this that's possible now with human beings, how do you take all this stuff and turn it into this equities and values? Well, it starts with philosophy. What is the seed? What is the soil? What is the sunshine? What is the rain? Is it possible to take some of each of all the stuff that's available and turn it into food and turn it into value and turn it into nourishment and turn it into something spectacular and unique that no other life form can do? And the answer is yes. But you cannot deal with all this stuff and what to do with it unless you start refining your philosophy. Think, use your mind, come up with ideas, and strengthen your philosophy. So the seed and the soil and the rain and the sunshine, this is called, the economy and the banks and the money and the schools and everything that's available out there, processing information, what to do with all that, and turn it into equity and value. That is the major challenge of life, my personal opinion. So each person's personal philosophy now is going to determine what you're going to do with seed and soil and sunshine and rain and miracle, the change of seasons. That's it. My personal opinion. Each person's personal philosophy is like the set of the sail. That's what this seminar is for today. Help you to trim a better sail. You don't need a better economy. You don't need better seed and soil. In fact, when it comes to seed and soil and rain and sunshine and seasons and the miracle of life, that's all you got. Now, what if you blame this stuff? Then you're blaming all you got. If you blame the economy, and you blame the schools, and you blame the teachers, and you blame the sermons and the preachers, and you blame, the marketplace, and you blame the company and company policy, what else is there? When some people get through with their blame list, there isn't nothing else. That's all there is. And if you blame the only thing you've got to work with, I'm telling you, it's called mistake colossal. In not understanding that that's all you've got to work with. And if this is all you've got to work with, then you don't change the seed, and you don't change the soil, and you don't change the rain, and you don't change the sunshine, you don't change the seasons. Right? Guy says, I'll take 3 springs, 4 summers, 9 falls, no winters. No, you can't fool with this stuff. You got to take it like it comes. Then what do you change to make your life work well? You got to start with your philosophy. Guess what I had to do at age 25 in order to change my own future? I had to change my mind. I had to change my thinking. I had to change my philosophy. I was messed up on what was causing my problem. And once I got that straightened out, that all the stuff I blamed, the government and taxes and the marketplace and the economy and things cost too much, negative relatives, cynical neighbors, once I got rid of that and started going for where the real problem was, which was me, I'm telling you, my life exploded into change. My bank account changed immediately. My income changed immediately. My whole life took on a whole new look and color immediately. And the early results I got from making these philosophical changes tasted so good, I've never stopped the process from that day until this. And I'm telling you, with a little consideration of the refinement of your sail, by setting a better sail, refining your philosophy, your whole life can start to change from today on. You don't have to wait till tomorrow. You don't have to wait till next month. You don't have to wait till spring. You don't have to wait till 93. You can start this whole process immediately. I recommend it. Now, some people do so little thinking, they don't even have their sail up. I mean, you can imagine where they're going to wind up at the end of this week, at the end of this month, at the end of this year. Now's the chance to change, process all this information. So number 1 is philosophy. Okay. And we dealt with all that, where we get ideas from personal experience, from other people's experiences. I don't want to get into all those details because we covered that the last time I was here. But philosophy, that's number 1, my personal opinion. Each person's personal philosophy.
As you can see from that short clip from Jim Rohn's seminar, he truly believed that personal philosophy was the foundation of any journey to success. A strong, sound personal philosophy is what gives us ultimate direction in life that will take us to our desired destination. We're going to be jumping right in and covering questions that you can ask yourself to begin to form a sound personal philosophy in your life. The first question is, what is your core values? Understanding your core values is what gives you the ability to identify what is truly important to you in life, and also helps you identify your overall purpose that will lead you to a fulfilling life. Ask yourself, what values truly drive your actions? As you add each value to your list, think about how you can align your actions with these values. Outlining our values allows us to identify what is truly close to our heart and what really matters to us in life. Another question you can ask yourself is, what are your most deeply rooted beliefs? Try to dive deep to identify the beliefs that you hold close to your soul. These can be rooted in your overall worldview and also what you have faith in life. Share or write down 2 or 3 of your most deeply rooted beliefs. These deeply rooted beliefs are what form our perception in life, so they're very important in altering the frames in which we see life through. Deeply rooted beliefs influence the way that we react to any given situation, so it's important that our deeply rooted beliefs are identified and carefully crafted. These deeply rooted beliefs can give us guidelines to stick to, especially when we feel like we're straying too far from our actual truth. Once we've identified our core values and deeply rooted beliefs, we can move in and ask ourselves this question: what metrics do we measure our success by? We all want to succeed in life, but success looks different for everyone. Some people believe that they've made it when they've successfully excelled in their career, but others may find success in creating a loving environment for their family. Properly defining what success looks like to you will help you properly align your actions in a way that will take you closer to your desired outcome rather than farther away. Once you paint the picture of the vision of your success, then it's up to you to break it into short-term, medium, and long-term goals and hold yourself accountable when those goals aren't met. Once we've identified our value, developed our root beliefs, and then developed what our vision of success looks like, then it's important to ask yourself, what do you believe is your true purpose in life? This is a piece to the puzzle that a lot of people tend to leave out of the equation, and what it leads to is pursuing ambitions without asking yourself, is it truly moving the needle for you in your life? Finding your true purpose is easier said than done. It could take weeks, months, years for people to truly discover what their purpose is in life. But once you do decide on your purpose, then you're able to live an intentional life. One major component of finding your overall purpose in life is identifying what your strengths and weaknesses are, what comes natural to you and what is harder for you to take on. Combining your true talents and strengths with your purpose in life and then backing that with your strong value and belief system will take you exponentially further to your desired outcomes, and it'll also help you enjoy the journey along the way. This concludes our time for today. I hope you take those questions into consideration when building out your fundamental personal philosophy or altering it in a way that it'll be more beneficial for you and more clear which direction you're going in life. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. I appreciate each and every one of you. I'm truly wishing the best for you. Subscribe to the channel to spread the message, and I'll see you guys in the next one.